Before we get started with episode 86, Waka has something important that he'd like to get off his chest.
There's something I want to say before the fight. I guess I didn't know anything about the Al-Bhed. Didn't know anything. Didn't want to listen to anything. I was a big jerk. So, I'm sorry, huh? Please forgive me.
Don't let it bother you. Hey, I'm guilty of hating those darn Yevonites myself. Well, there's a lot of folk in this world. Some of them good, some of them bad. That's all there is to it.
Kind of ironic that both Sid and Waka decide to apologize at the end of the game. Anyway, welcome to part 86, and now we're going to go after the Masamune and the Godhand. But first, let's go after the Masamune, seeing as how that one's going to be the easier of the two. Anyway, remember that sword I copped from Calmland's Gorge before going into the Cavern of the Stolen Faith? Well, you're going to need that sword, because we'll have to go to Jose High Road, seeing as how it's the closest way to Mushroom Rock Road, until I actually can pinpoint any coordinates. Anyway, simply climb up this laser here. Oh, and mind you, there's something else I need to bring up before I continue on. Now that I think about the random encounters, I will be trying to gun for Orin's Sigil, Tidus' Sigil, Lulu's Sigil, Waka's Sigil, and Kimahri's Sigil off screen. I'm telling you this now because they're long, they're tedious. You already know what you need to do for Orin because I showed you all the enemies you need to catch throughout the entirety of the game. Tidus, you just repeat what I did when I got the Kolda Bog and the Celestial Mirror. Only difference is avoid less birds than I did. Kimahri, the only thing you need to worry about is basically not touching any red butterflies, and in the second half of the second trial, backtrack for one, then come forward and catch all the blue butterflies. That's all you need to know. Waka, it's pretty much Blitzball. It's Blitzball to get the World Champion, it's Blitzball to get all of Waka's Overdrives, and it's Blitzball to get all of Waka's Sigil. I'll probably show you my Blitzball team at the end of part 87. That I will do. Because I haven't really assembled my Blitzball team at this point in time. Anyway, last but not least, Lulu's weapon. You all know that I hate to show tedium, and Lulu's Sigil is not only tedium, but it's the only sigil in the game that I have yet to get. So what is the point of me showing it? Chances are, if I do get it, I'll show off the Onion Knight. If I don't, well, at least I'm I'm telling you now, so at least you won't think I'm breaking promises or anything. Anyway, simply going through this route here will take you back to Mushroom Rock Road, climbing up the laser, and going the path I'm going now, despite the fact I'm running into enemy after enemy in random encounters.
Live and let live!
I had to basically get all this out of the way, because true, it would be best if I showed you, but come on, people. After a while, people would get sick and tired of me showing random encounters like so, and it'll get boring. It'll look like a grinding session, basically. So all you have to do is turn in this section of Mushroom Rock Road and go up the elevator. And of course it is a little laggy. Walk up to the statue and just put the sword into the statue. Now, go over to that glyph, touch the glyph, and show the Celestial Mirror. With that, Orin should disappear, and so should the Masamune. Which is arguably one of the best weapons in the game. No, it is the best weapon in the game. So I gotta get rid of something of Orin's that he probably won't need at this point. Hell, he doesn't need any of these swords anymore. Well, he will. Ah, yes. My favorite celestial weapon in the game. And I already have the Mars Crest. So if I put that together, Yojimbo can break 9,199 damage limit. And now it's time to get the Godhand. I almost mispronounced that. Anyway, the Godhand is not as easy as it is. With the Albed clues, you shouldn't put the word Godhand. That is, if you actually read some of the things, some of the hints in the description to get some of these celestial weapons, you should put in the word Godhand, and it would... Okay. Almost misspelled Godhand. Yeah, you can put in Godhand. There's also another word, Victorious, and Muramasa. Or Murasame, one of the two. And they will lead you to...
Here we go!
Mushroom Rock Road, but not the Mushroom Rock Road that I was on, no. A hidden path which will lead you to the treasure chest that contained Godhand. And of course, anybody who's played... Okay, let me stop right here, because I might be making another 10-2 reference. But if so, I was about to say anybody who's played 10-2 would know that that would lead to the Den of Woe. But for those who haven't played this game yet, play this game before playing 10-2, you won't get confused. And of course, this isn't without random encounters either. So... let's go over here. And that's the treasure chest, but sadly, before I could get the treasure chest, I get ambushed. Best thing is, if you complete the Masamune, Orin will strike first. Regardless if they have, ambush or not. Orin will always go first. And that just makes things splendid. However, Masamune does not have armor piercing. Actually, none of the celestial weapons do. Keep that in mind. Now, just have the celestial mirror ready. And, of course, Riku will have her Godhand. I also have the Mercury Crest, so nothing special happens if I fuse those together. However, it just makes it easier on me, because I don't have to go back to Cenobia Desert for the crest. Well, not just the sigil, but the crest as well. Instead, I can just go there for the sigil. Speaking of which, as I head back to the save point, that is exactly what I'm going after in Part 87. Yes, Part 87 will be dedicated to getting the Mercury Sigil. And there is a reason to it. Yeah, let's kill all these monsters right here. They're just denying me of going to the save point. But as I said, I'll be heading over to the Cenobia Desert to get the Cactuar's Nation. Yeah, the Cactuar Nation in Part 87. This is RVman985. Oh god, Cactuar hunting. Yay!